Now, Lady Risper, as we know her as Risper Faith, has been one of those people that we talk about a lot. We all know that she is married to an influential man who goes by the name of Brayo. We've seen him on the show that she was on, which is a popular reality show in Nairobi. We've seen her stories, and in fact, more recently, when what do you call it? Joanne Murugi Muni wanted to get advice on liposuction and cosmetic surgery. She actually was one of the people who came forth and gave her this information. And this is according to Murugi Muni. All right. So she's one of those people who is very bodacious. Like you can see her budum and badonk. Like it's all there. It's all right. It's all tight. Everything is looking crisp and connected
and Photoshop
properly. And I am not gonna say Photoshop, that's all Turi. Just leave that to Turi. Mimi ninasema kile ninaona. Which is she's had a lot of adjustments on her body, and you can tell that she looks good, or at least she feels very good about the way she looks, and that's what is important. But this time she's actually coming out and talking about money. All right, according to her, she says that apparently ain't no way you as a woman, women, we're talking to women today, woman should be getting into a relationship with a gallivanting man with no money. She says there is no point of being in a relationship because kwani tutakula nini? Hatuwezi kula mapenzi.
True.
She's like, dude, like there's no point to this. And then someone in the comment section, I feel like I need to pull that up because someone in the comment section actually responded to this and it was funny for me. So she said, Tafuta Bwana akona pesa. All right, let me get that. She said, I don't know who needs to hear this, but Tafuta Bwana wa pesa. She continues to say, kwa sababu mtu hawezi kula mapenzi. And that lady, Joy Adipo, I love you, because she said, sasa wewe, ulitafuta Brayo juu akona pesa ama? And then Risper Faith was like, yes, and laughing emojis the whole way. Then I'm just like, all right, Risper Faith, we see you. All right, Lady Risper, this is how to be a lady according to you anyway, because I've never heard of someone who calls themselves a lady, you know, holds themselves with such like stature and decorum and associates themselves with, yes, exactly that, with class and with all the sorts and mannerisms of ladies we see like on shows like Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of person I want to hear being called the name lady. However, we cannot fight her too much because that question is important to me. What are we going to eat?
Exactly.
And I know. We've heard of all these stories where like a lady was really into this kind of lifestyle where you're like, I don't date men who don't have money. I don't deal with that. That's not my life. That's not my lane. And I'm not going to try and even get on it. However, later on in life, when they were settling down, they settled down with like regular people who don't even have that much money or at all, if any. If it's one of those cases where it's like, it's a lifestyle thing. At a particular age, a lot of people want to chase the money.
Yeah.
But when it gets to the point where all of the good stuff is now looking all sorts of ways, like it ain't things that aren't standing or sitting, gravity has taken over, among many other problems, you start to see women digressing to a man who's just like a regular guy. They live in a small house in the middle of nowhere, as in they're just living a basic lifestyle. So I don't know about you, but I need to know from you. Do you think that Lady Risper is telling us the truth, that we should be seeking out men with money because hatutakula hewa na hatutakula mapenzi? I want to know from you. The number is 0770-79-366.
Lady Risper Faith, you are giving faiths all around a bad name.
Thank you.
You faith, me faith, her faith. This should actually be the show, the Faith Show, because we're both called Faith. Anyway.
Wow, you're spilling the beans.
Exactly. You do want people to know your name.
Moving on.
So it turns out that she just like basically saying, say no to pedestrian relationships, you know, and I understand that to a point, you know. We all want the soft life. You don't want to be in a matatu in the morning with your boyfriend going to work, and then instead of sending you lunch money, he sends you motivational quotes. I understand where she's coming from. I have dated a person who wasn't that well off, you know, in the pocket, and sometimes it's frustrating because you really, really love this person, but all they have is hopes and dreams, and you know, and sometimes it's like they're guilt tripping you, you know, when you talk about, you know, fancy things, they they're now telling you, you know, hakunanga haja ya hii, usinunue gari kama unaishi kwa plot. You know, that type of conversation, that poverty conversation, I understand what she's saying. But I'd like to paraphrase what Risper was saying. Yeah. Marry a rich man, but things might not work out, you know. You might go for a rich man and he has no respect for you, you know. You're just there as a trophy wife. There's nothing you do. You're very disrespected. There's always someone coming to you as a woman. It's just heartbreaking. You're always talking about heri nilie kwenye Range Rover, you know. You're always quoting Future. I'd rather be crying in an RR than crying in a Nissan. You know, all of that, and then what? You know, it's a very depressing life. However, let me change your statement, okay? Marry a hardworking man.
Okay.
Because a hardworking man, no matter what happens, he will go out and he will look for something, you know?
True.
He will make things work. He will go out each morning. He will, you know, do the thing, come back home, sort what needs to be sorted. A hardworking man is better than a rich man any day.
Sure.
And I prefer that. Yes, you might have a few struggles, but at least you know this man is actually making an effort. He's not sitting at home and waiting for you to come through. He's not sitting at home and telling you, send me 200 bob, you know, because you don't want to be in such a relationship. You actually cannot see a future with a man who's telling you, Aki, please, nitumie this type of man. You cannot see the future. And it's true. Don't even lie to yourself. Ladies.
The respect.
Exactly.
There's something about it that respect just like pew.
Exactly. The minute a man tells you, Aki, I'm in an emergency, can you send me this amount of money? Immediately he becomes very unattractive. He could have six packs and everything, but the minute he asks you for money, it's over. So you don't have to marry a rich man, but you can marry a hardworking man.
And ultimately, the whole point is love as well. If there is no love, it doesn't matter whether he's rich or broke, you're still going to be cheated on, and it's still going to be really horrible. So find a man who is hardworking and loves you as much as you love them, if not more.